Hey Mitzi, what's up?
Hey Jason, how's it going?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you for joining me.
Awesome, glad to be here. I'm excited to learn a lot about buying a house.
Cool, cool. All right, so you guys, my name is Jason Foreman. I'm a real estate agent here in Los Angeles. My brokerage is Compass. Have my friend Mitzi. Watch out, young, powerful person who's going to come and take the world by storm. And the first way she's going to do it is she's a tech nerd. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now, like filling your brain with information.
Yes, definitely like cramming as much as I can. And I am actually enrolled in a boot camp right now.
Awesome.
And it's really great. So it covers a lot of different subject areas, but it's called a data science boot camp. And I'm also enrolled in school. So I'm kind of working my way towards graduate school and probably in like business analytics and or maybe I don't know, computer science. Who knows?
Oh, see, I didn't know this. You might just go the business side, just like analyzing business wise.
hmm
Whoa. So
Yeah,
that's,
there's mhm.
oh, sorry. Oh, that like doesn't necessarily involve computer languages, right?
um it would it would actually, I think, with a lot of companies nowadays, they are using these like really fancy algorithms, and they want people who are able to do it all, like digest data and be able to come up with like business recommendations, and be kind of like financial analysts, but with that added capacity to work with like really large data sets and do really quick calculations using using code.
That's crazy. So like maybe not super nerd with code, maybe not MBA business student, somewhere in between, and then be able to get it to people.
Yeah. For example, there's a program at UCLA called Masters of Business Analytics.
Hmm.
Masters, and it's a Masters of Science. So it already requires students who are applying to be fluent or like knowledgeable in Python and R, and they pick it up from there.
R. Is R really complicated? It's all statistical stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like too hard. I feel like the harder thing is like learning the concepts and like why you even want to use these tools.
Mm,
Um, so that's kind of, I feel like that's where I'm struggling with, and that's the hardest. That's like the steepest part of the learning curve is learning like just statistical foundations and learning how to look at data and ask meaningful questions.
awesome, awesome.
Mhm.
And you are, I don't know if this is like a part of a group or like a Facebook group. There's something I saw you involved with on Instagram. It's like Latinas in Tech.
Yes, yeah, I was all over the place, like especially last year when there was no pandemic. There's a bunch of groups if people are like interested in getting involved or having
Mhm.
community like Latinas in Tech. They're a
Cool.
nationwide organization, have an active chapter here in LA. Also, my group that I am actively involved in called the Latinista, Te
What?
Quería.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's like multiple. Wait, did you make that? You made that group? It's like you?
No, no, no.
Oh,
No, the Latinista, it's just no, it's not me, but it's I am I think what's my position? I'm like a program manager, I think. So we have like pre-pandemic been a part of different collaborative events with Latinas in Tech, for example, and really
cool.
just kind of coordinating spaces so that women can come together and just mix and mingle, and then hopefully obviously like also grow their professional network.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe there are young girls out there who like being an engineer or coding on a computer is just like not cool or it's not feminine or acceptable to do. So it's like you could be
Mm-hmm.
like super, you know what I mean? Like you could be super popular, have a bunch of friends and still be a little nerd, put on your glasses and do your Python and all that stuff.
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
what's your favorite?
definitely.
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask, I'm just really excited about this one. What is your favorite language?
Oh, I really love R. It's the first language that I learned, and I was able to do so much with it. And I feel like you can really learn everything that you need to know in terms of like statistics using R. Like it can get really crazy complicated.
I can
And
imagine. Yeah.
yeah, and I don't know it to that extent. Like, I haven't been working with R for years, but I get excited thinking about all the things that you can do with R. And then the hype is obviously like Python. Everybody's talking about it, and so that's been really fun to learn too.
I don't get the hype around Python because it's been around since like 1984 or something like this, right?
I have no idea, but yeah, I think as of recently, or maybe just like the development of companies' information architecture was based in Python. And I think now that computer science has become such a popular field, they're looking for people who are knowledgeable in those languages so that they can like continue to build on the work.
Oh, cool,
I
cool.
think.
Okay, so one thing before we move forward, you wanted to go over the steps of purchasing a home, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you just got to make me one promise. And unlike my friend Clora, Miss Ferguson from the last video, that when you become a big shot and you have your mansion with like giraffes and all that stuff and like crazy like stuff, yeah, that you buy the home with me. That's the one thing.
I mean, I think so. I think I can make that promise.
You think so? I need more. The whole world is watching this. They'll hold you accountable. Okay.
I promise that I will reach out to you.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad to help you now. All
I
right.
think the giraffe thing is the only thing I was like, I don't know about the giraffe, but the rest of it.
The giraffes come with the house as part of the deal.
Oh, perfect.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, all silliness aside, thank you again for being here. So first steps of buying a home. Let's get into it. So you see the whiteboard, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Buying a home. Oops. Buying a home with MITZI, like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Buying a home with Mitzi. So first thing is to talk to a loan broker. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
A loan broker is somebody who represents the bank, because most of us don't just reach into our wallet and have 300, 400, whatever it is, $500,000 to buy the home, like you'd buy a loaf of bread or a water bottle. So most of us get a loan, which I'm sure you've heard of.
Mm-hmm.
So like the down payment is typically something like 5 to 10 or 20%. So for example, $500,000 home, if you put 10% down, which is $50,000 down, the other 450 will be something you borrow through the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So to know the price of a home that you can get, number one, you got to go to the guy with the bank. And he'll get you pre-approved.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean? It just means he tells you the number.
Mm-hmm. Is there a bank that you recommend?
My friend John Chelino with Bank of America, I could give you his information. He's awesome. He did our place with me and Vane, and then also he did my brother's place, and every transaction I've done has been with him.
Very cool.
He's really good.
Shout out to John.
Shout out to John Chelino. The guy he's really good. Like even if there's problems with the HOA, meaning it's a condo and there's like legal issues or some sort of complication with the HOA, the group, the nonprofit group that manages the outside walls of the condo, he's good with that stuff where other people fall short. He's really good.
Okay,
and also he's just really organized. He'll explain very complicated things in a very small, like put it in a box and just give it to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number ones get pre-approved, and they'll tell you the number, the price that you can afford. And it's super important that you do this before you go shopping for a home. So that way you don't go, oh, look at these beautiful $900,000, $800,000 homes. Oh, this is the home of my dreams. And then you get pre-approved for 6 or 7, whatever it is, anything below that. That'd be super bummer.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll give them some financial information, how much money is in your account. they'll look into detail your credit score and FICO score. All of these things boost what you can be approved for.
Mm-hmm.
And after you give them that information, how much money you pull in per year, how much money's in your account, credit score, then they pop out that number.
Cool.
Pretty much makes sense.
Yeah, so far so good.
Number 2 is to get somebody like me, to get a realtor. And so make sure you get a realtor, so that way if you see a house, 2-story house with the garage or yard for the dog, something you're really excited about, that you have somebody who can write an offer for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can pull the trigger if you see something and you're ready to go. Number
Is
3,
it usually something like that should be done really quickly? If you find
meaning
something that you
writing
like?
the offer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially right now as it stands overall in the country, and especially right now in LA, inventory is low, meaning there's not a lot of things to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So as this video is made in August 2020, there's not a lot of stuff to buy, so the buyers have to be super aggressive, and that's a little bit my specialty, to really just kick down the door and just just go cut in line in front of multiple buyers. That's what we did with the last one. That's how we got it, and I knew we were going to get it too. Yeah. So like you were saying, it's really good to pull the trigger soon. Or you could do what me and Vanessa did. We found something that was sitting for like more than 150 days. And it had a couple things. It was a fixer, and we kicked the tires. We got even lower price. But that's kind of
Nice.
take. But yeah, more often than not, you need to be aggressive, especially now in LA. It's insane. Yeah. Number 3 is just to go shopping. Just see what you like. You could go on Zillow, you could go on Redfin, and then call me, your agent, be like, yo, I saw this duplex or whatever, I saw this house. Zillow and Redfin are good. The only problem is it's a publicly listed website, and sometimes it'll have stuff that's like not so accurate or outdated, or it'll say for sale, it's already sold, or the market. Have you ever heard of the MLS? Multiple listing service is what we buy as a real estate agent, and when we sell a home, we put it on there, and it's really good because it's the latest information and has the contact information of the listing agent, unlike mostly what we've seen on Zillow and Redfin. So like if you see a house you like, I'll look it up for you, and I'll call the listing agent, the agent who's selling the home, representing the sellers. And I'll just be like, hey, what's going on? And like, is the roof in good condition? Are there termite damage or something like that?
Okay. Gotcha.
So after I screen it for you guys and make sure that there's no major problems or tenants in there who refuse to get out, some sort of complication, then we will write an offer. So the home is $500,000, and there's like a little bit of you see like some like damage on the walls or something, or you see something, or it's loud across the street and it's worth it, but maybe at a little bit of a lower price, then you could give a lower price. Or if there's 6 other people that want to buy the home and they're all offering $500,000 and you want to get ahead of them, you could offer 505, 510, whatever it is. So writing that offer, and then you just see, is the offer accepted? And then and when the listing agent responds, if yes, then we enter into escrow. Do you know what escrow is? You've probably heard of it, right?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've heard of escrow a ton, like here and there, but I don't actually know what it is.
It's somebody in the middle that's a neutral third-party person who interacts with the buyer and the seller. So like if there's any money to be held, they're the ones who hold on to the payments, deposits, and things. So that way there's no dispute directly between the buyer and the seller, or the buyer and the seller's agent. And they hold on to all the paperwork and everything.
Cool.
Yeah. And then if you get through escrow, there's other things, an inspection period, but basically if you get in and you enter escrow, that begins the whole process of, negotiating and finalizing the deal, to really summarize it, but you don't need to know the rest of that in detail. That's pretty much it.
Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
ready to buy a house.
All right, let's go do it.
Let's go. Awesome. Yeah, that was like super simple, straightforward explanation.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
Thank you for joining me. Yeah, I wanted to break it down like super simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. And I'll send you a copy of this too. I could like save these little notes. Actually, let's save it right now. Boom. And then I'll just email it to you. Did this with Nando, had a lot of fun, but he just said, "Oh, I'm so pretty. I don't want everybody to be jealous of how beautiful I am." I said, "Okay, I understand." He was a little camera shy. Oh yeah, another cool website that I wanted to show you right here. Gonna share the screen. Is the mortgage calculator with NerdWallet. So like, just to give you an example of what to expect, it breaks down the cost of the home and then how much you put down, and then it outputs the monthly payment. Do you see the screen, the white screen with the little blue lines?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So let's say, I don't know, what kind of a price do you want to put out there? Like 400 or 500?
Yeah, maybe 500.
500. And then what percentage or what dollar amount did you want to put down?
Maybe like 50,000.
50,000, which is a good amount. That's 10% down. So more or less, these are the monthly payments you'll be seeing right here, highlighted in blue.
Cool.
With a 3.2% interest. Now, right now, the interest rates are super, super low. Some people are getting quoted at 2%. That's if you have a really strong interest rate, and probably if you put a lot down, like 20% down. But if you do qualify for 2%, there it is. It was like a $300 per month difference. That's crazy.
Cool.
But yeah, most of us, if we have a good credit score right now, it'd be like 3.2, 3.5%.
Cool.
The cool thing about this, let's do it. Let's do it. But like this number that you see, the $2,700, it's different from paying rent. Like if you paid rent $2,700, you just pay that and you don't get anything back. But the interest on the loan and the property taxes that you pay, you get a certain amount of money back. It looks like you do the tax refund at the end of the year. So it comes back like that when you do your taxes. It comes back.
When do people like need to refinance their home? When does that
that's
happen?
a good question. So there's different reasons somebody would do that. Basically, is you're getting a new loan. That's what refinance means. And so one reason is like right now, if you qualify for a really low percentage of interest that you pay per month, let's say you qualify for like 2%, but your original loan was something higher, like 5 or 6%, then you could save that money by just going to the bank, getting a new loan, replacing it. Now you have lower monthly payments.
Cool.
The other thing you could do is if your home went up from $500,000 to $700,000 and you owe even less, you only owe like $300,000 or $400,000, then you could get a new loan based on the new value. And then you pay out the old loan. So you get a loan of $700,000 is the new value. Pay out the old loan of whatever, $400,000, and that $300,000 that's left over, you just pocket it. It's crazy. And you can use that to buy another
lot
house.
Of money.
Yeah. That'd be a really good situation. It's not always like that, but that'd be a good situation.
Cool.
Also,
that's good to know.
Check this out. Oh yeah, it could. That's like the basic tool for people like who are trying to begin to. They want to rent that house out and then buy another one, and then a couple of years later rent that house out, buy another one, and just keep owning a bunch of homes. And then each home, not only are the tenants paying off the mortgage for you, you're providing a nice place for them to live, but also, what was it? Oh man, oh yeah, cash flow. They're paying you a little something, a little $200, $300, $500 each month. You add that up, that becomes an income, and then you quit your job, just go to Vegas.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
So check this out down here. You see the thing that says private mortgage insurance?
Hmm.
So this is kind of a bummer. It's what happens if you do less than 20% down. And in this case, it's $188 a month.
Hmm.
So basically, anytime you put less than 20% down, see, hit the question mark, it says a policy that protects the lender from losing money if you default on the loan. So it's a little bit of insurance that if you default on the loan or if something happens, you can't pay them back, that they at least collected some money up front.
Hmm. Cool.
So yeah, that kind of sucks, but if you pay 20%, you don't have it. Or when you pay down 20% equity, then you could refinance and they'll
Hmm.
wipe it off. If you do it with Bank of America for our loan, once we hit 20%, we don't even need to refinance. We just contact them and they'll just
Hmm.
drop it off.
Yeah.
EMI is usually
Cool.
not that big. It's usually like this. It's like 150 to maybe 210 bucks. It's not a tax write-off too. That sucks a little bit, but it's not super bad.
Hmm.
Cool.
Nice.
So Mitzi, the last time we were talking, you had some sort of a plan to like go in with your family and like buy a big property or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, my siblings and I each have savings that we've individually like thought to allocate towards buying a home. But yeah, I know in talking with you recently, we were like chatting about what we could do, and you suggested maybe buying a duplex.
That'd be cool.
Hmm.
So like
Yeah,
family
we're like
members.
thinking.
Oh, sorry. Go for it. Go for it.
And I was gonna say, yeah, we're thinking of like hopefully someplace my parents could move into, but then also be able to like at some point sell it as well. Um, mhm.
That would be cool. Or like some family members live in one side, other family members live in the other,
Mhm.
and then it chops the price. So then like that whole amount, whatever it is, $2,500 gets chopped because you share it up. The other
Mhm.
thing is your parents just live in one side, and then you have a tenant who helps like lighten the load, the cost of it,
Mhm.
and then the thing just
Mhm.
stays in your family. It's like a family legacy. That'd be pretty cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
The other cool thing about a duplex is unlike, like the big boss stuff, like the corporate stuff, like 10 or 15 units or 100 units, you don't have to get like an official, like a business loan. You don't have to get like a business level mortgage. You could just get like a residential mortgage on anything from 1, 2, 3, and 4 units usually and below.
Nice.
And you put
Mhm.
less than 20% down
Yeah,
if you qualify.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I feel like this whole conversation has made me really interested in like, yeah, property management as like yeah, just definitely like a type of income I would love to look into.
Yeah. I'm glad it helped out. Oh yeah, and then you have experience with property management too, right?
I do. I do. It's like kind of random, but yeah, I do. So I feel like it would be really helpful coming into a position like that and knowing what tenants expect and how to have a good relationship with your tenants and like cultivate like, you know, having them take care of the house as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And helping them out, replacing things. Have you've actually like screened tenants and like and brought them in and
Mhm.
stuff and have them sign the lease and all that stuff?
Yeah, I
Or no?
have. I have. Yeah, and it's like not too it's like not too bad. I feel like everybody who I've met, you know, as long as you communicate like what your property is like, that you're representing and what they're looking for, if you really like put thought into how you're going to really like get to know the person who's looking, um, then I think it should all work out. Like everybody should be on the same page.
That's cool. Yeah, especially in
Mhm.
LA, like you're doing a good thing. You're providing living for people and it's so hard to buy anything let alone even renting anything out here. It's really hard. It's really competitive.
Hmm.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I feel like I would love to like venture out of California, but for
Aw,
now, just like my whole life is here. But
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
Is there opportunity in tech really outside of California besides like Seattle and like San Jose and stuff like
Um,
that?
I feel like I've heard of, yeah, definitely like with startups, I think
Oh,
there's
cool.
always startup companies everywhere. But yeah, I think with the bigger companies like Google, there's limited options. But
Is like New
yeah, if I
York.
make it to
Yeah.
Google, then I'll go wherever. It's
Are you down
fine.
for that?
Yeah, I could work in like Google anywhere in the world. Like that'd be fine. That'd be great.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I heard it's hard. I heard that Google is good, but some of the other big companies, like Google is good, but it's really hard to get into because everybody wants to. A lot of
Mhm,
positive teamwork, but then the
mhm,
other ones I heard they're like really hard and corporate, and they're like less empathetic. Like if your grandma was sick or something and taking time off, then like
mhm,
Google, and they're like really hard driving, like to produce things or come up with a good idea or to whatever it is, bring in more users. I heard like the other big companies are tougher like that, more like a corporate kind of a feeling.
mhm. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think also the other part that I've really been exposed to with all of these groups and like the Latinas in tech is entrepreneurship and kind of like obviously like you know this well and knowing that you can't put all your eggs in one basket. So I feel like with what I envision for my career, I would love to work for a big company and have that stability, but I would also definitely like I feel like I will always have my side thing going on and um like be fulfilled in other ways as well.
Cool. All right. Well, I
Yeah.
wish you luck in that. You're on your
Thank
way.
you.
I remember when this stuff was just a conversation, and I was even thinking about doing it. I was like starting to buy like
Hmm.
little classes and tutoring, and I
Hmm.
had fun with
Yeah.
it, but I don't know. I didn't stick to it. It was a fun hobby thing. I did what
Yeah.
HTML and what CSCS. Is that it? No, no, no,
Well, I
no.
would love to work together. Like if there's anything, my sister was talking to me yesterday about a podcast she was hearing, and some guy was like working on like some real estate database management and looking
Oh,
to
cool.
like get the scoop on, yeah, like what are the best properties to sell, but have that in like a more accessible um, interface.
She knows him personally.
No, it's just a
Oh,
podcast she was hearing. I forget. It was like some young guy that she was hearing. She like loves his podcast.
that's cool.
I
That's
forget who it
cool.
is. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Mitzi. And if you want to check out Mitzi, she's got a really cool Instagram feed. Mitzi, just point up like this. Bing! Guys, just check that out right there. Mitzi, you don't have a YouTube, right? You don't have a YouTube
Not
channel?
yet. Not
Totally
yet.
need to. And you could
Yeah.
chronicle like a young Latina in LA, but
Yeah.
like I think you're like the first person in your family who's like interested in this stuff, right? So you could like kind of a lot of people want to see that. And there's some people who are maybe not as brave as you to like get started and get into it. You could chronicle it like,
Mhm.
oh, this is hard, but I'm still doing it. My mentor is helping me with this. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe. I would love to do that.
All right. I will definitely support and subscribe. Just like all you guys
Thank
need
you.
to subscribe right here. If you don't hit the subscribe button, then I'm going to be really sad. Yeah, down there. Also, if you're looking to sell your home in Los Angeles, I'll get you guys the highest price. Inventory is low, so the cards are in your hand, sellers. You guys have a huge opportunity right now. Those interest rates are also low. It's a good opportunity for Mitzi to buy something low monthly payment. So take advantage of those buyers coming in and wanting to buy at a good price, and I'll help you guys get multiple offers, and we'll boost it up to the highest price. Can't wait to help you guys. Call me at this number right here. All right, and that's it. Everybody, thank you for joining. And like Mitzi says, don't forget to subscribe. Don't
Which
forget
one
to
is
subscribe.
it?
Oh, I was just
Is
doing
it
the thing. I don't know. I thought that you were
oh,
inside my brain, but
just in case.
oh, it's just bing, 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 bing. It's like a bunch of phone numbers. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Mitzi, thank you again. And
Thank
when
you.
you start your own YouTube channel, your podcast, I'll add the link right here, like that.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Stay here for the latest updates on Los Angeles real estate. And also, if you're a first-time buyer, you want to walk through just like Mitzi did, the first steps, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll help you guys with that too. Thank you, guys.